Hi, everybody. It's Julie for EllenHutson.com. Welcome to Hello Monday. I have been playing in the studio with this adorable Savvy Stamps bicycle die. I just think it is the cutest thing. And I thought it would be fun to make a multicolored effect. So I'm going to start by die cutting it from some smooth Bristol. And then I'm going to use a pin through the ejection holes to get it to release from the metal die, and then I'm going to slide it under some of the more intricate or delicate parts of that die cut. And I like to use a heavier weight like the smooth Bristol when I'm using a delicate shaped die like this one. And then I'm going to tint it with some Copic markers. Now, I don't know why this never occurred to me a long time ago. I always thought I had to cut from different colors of cardstock and then cut the pieces apart and layer them and glue them over the top of each other. And finally one day it dawned on me to just cut from white paper and then color it with my markers. It was one of those duh moments. So now I'm sharing it with you all. And you guys probably figured that out a long time ago. I was just late to the party. So I got it a little bit pinker than I wanted with my one Copic marker, the pink marker that I was using there. So I'm just going to use a Copic blender to kind of fade and wash the color out a little bit and make it a paler pink. That's the great thing about alcohol markers, is that you can do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the base card, and I'm going to protect the back with a mask, just using a Post-it note. And then I'm going to stamp the front of the card with this really great background stamp. This is one of my favorites by Hero Arts. It's the Security Envelope Pattern Background. And I'm going to go ahead and use soft granite. I love this color of ink. And I'm going to place my the front of my card face down and then use some scratch paper to press firmly all around. And then I can go ahead and lift that up. And that's my favorite way to work with my background stamps. Now, I noticed I was slightly off. That happens sometimes, but you know what? It's a secret between you and me. Nobody else is ever going to know. I'm just going to use my guillotine trimmer to shave off a little sliver off the front edge and then the back edge there so that they are even with each other. And nobody will ever know I was slightly off. And then I'm going to take some of that Shape and Tape. This is the black and white Shape and Tape by Lifestyle Crafts. I just love this stuff. I just want to put it on everything. And then I'm going to use my Fiskars craft knife to get in between the liner paper and the washi tape itself so that I can separate them. This seems to be the only way I can do it, is to use the tip of that craft knife. And then I'll go ahead and use the ruling guides on my cutting mat to help me line that up. But I will tell you that even then, I still sometimes see crooked, and I had to rotate the panel to a vertical position so that I could see where I was crooked much better. And then this tape, the great thing about it is it's repositionable. So if you're careful and you lift slowly and gently, you can just peel it away and reposition it, and it will lay right back down again. And then you can go ahead and fold the raw edges there at the ends over to the back side so you have a nice finish. And then it's time to glue on my die cut piece. So I'm going to take the Zig 2A glue pen. I love this pen for gluing larger size die cut pieces because it has a chisel nib and it can cover more area than my little Quickie glue pen. If I'm doing little teeny tiny things, then I use the Quickie glue pen, but this chisel nib is really great for larger pieces that are still kind of intricate. And I did it on scratch paper so that all the excess glue would just go off onto the scratch paper and I can just throw it away. And then to burnish it in place, I like to use wax paper because this will keep me from getting glue all over my fingers because I have a bad habit of getting that stuff on my fingers and then I end up getting it everywhere else. So I'm trying to stay neat and tidy. And then I'm going to take this adorable little speech bubble that says hello, also by Savvy Stamps. I just think it's the cutest thing. I can't get enough of it. I want to put it on everything because I just think it's adorable. And I'm going to go ahead and use graphite black. This is a Brilliance pigment ink, and I love it for its fast drying properties. It's my favorite black ink ever in the history of the world. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some detailing with a Zig, or not a Zig, a Copic multi-liner pen. And then we're going to 3D mount that panel to the front of the card. And I'm using the 3D dots all around the outer edges and then a couple in the middle. And I'm only going to remove the liner papers from the two in the middle to start with. And that way I can mount that and get it nice and straight and centered. And if I don't get it straight and centered, I can pull it off the front of the card much easier than if I had all of those 3D dots ready to go. So I just left the liner papers on those. And this is a great trick I learned from Sherry Carroll. She's so brilliant, that girl. And then I'm just going to press firmly there, and then I can go around to all the ones along the outer edges and just take my favorite tweezers and get in between those layers to remove the liner papers very easily. So then I can press everything into place and everything will be nice and straight. No crooked edges or anything. So that's the great thing about using Sherry's little trick there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit more embellishment, some bling with the Hero Arts black gemstones. These are like some of my favorite little gemstones. I just love them because they come in an assortment of sizes. There's, bigger ones and then the smaller ones. And of course, I always have to put 3 because that odd numbers looks so nice to me. And there you can see my cute little bike, and I think the card turned out absolutely adorable, and I hope this gives you another idea for using your dies. Thanks for watching.